part two of What It Do. I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sibyl. I am your messenger of God, the first child of God, the Lilith reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, you had to see what I post on my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. So we had these cards left over from this morning. I said I'd get back to you, but this is as close as I got back to you. Really? Yeah. Do the energy, bro. And only this afternoon when I woke up for the third time did I realize I think it's the hateful energy that's in the freaking atmosphere. Really? I had spoke about it earlier. I was like, I'm seeing things about some protests tomorrow. And then I woke up and it was all over my shit. And then my daughter's texting me and sending me pictures of it. And I've just been out. Really? I can't even. Seriously? Just no energy. Can't lift my head off the pillow. Don't even want to keep my eyes open. Yeah, it's been a rough day. And I think it's that because, right now B saw me. She's like, damn, you look so tired. It's like, well, woke up to go to sleep, I guess. Really? That's all I can come up with. There's a nasty energy. Everybody's upset and they're in outrage and they're, you know, they want to protest. And in order to do that, I got to get my ass up and go, spend money today and not tomorrow to be part of this, big movement. Realistically, it's kind of historic, and the people that do take part in it have something to do with it. If nobody does, then that really speaks for your patriotism. I cried earlier in my last video about our fucking terrible country and how our government treats fucking wonderful people. So realistically, I mean, I guess I'm being consumed by the energy from the outside in. Really? I mean, we'll see. But then there's this bullshit that we got to deal with too. Really, let's try to get through the shadows, the last of these shadows, unless there's more shadow work to be done. Better not. Really? Hope not. So let's see. The last video was all exposing. We just keep exposing more and more wounds. We're trying to get to the gold, which is what? A union? All right. Let me try to get my mind right here. Yeah. It's kind of funny because it's like, it's not. It's not funny at all, to be honest. It's not funny. Do you hear this? I know I make a lot of noise in here. I can't get comfortable in this chair, and it's got this weird. I'm just saying, I can hear all the noises, and I'm sure they're coming in on your end. The Two of Cups is coming into union with another. Now, I tried to avoid that, but then we had the Lover's card, and it pulled out all of this shit out of my heart. And now here we are. Really? Yeah. This is one of the easiest cards to read. Love and the impulse to seek union with another. It is the most powerful force in the world. Okay. It's in everybody's card reading. They're always talking about some fucking union bullshit. Quiet on the side. My particular one that I'm working on right now, I'm not trying to come into union with Bobby anymore, if you haven't noticed. I see the full misalignment, and that's not something I'm pursuing. And I'm currently, even as of right now, trying to come into union with Wolfman. Really? The thought, just trying to let the water settle to the possibility. When two people come together, they can achieve something in their lives far beyond what either is capable of alone. What either alone is capable of. This may be a supportive friendship, partnership based on mutual understanding, a new and loving romance, a marriage, a reconciliation of quarrels, working productively with others, or even two ideas or groups that come together to create something greater than the sum of their parts. And that goes back to it. So the earlier card had pointed it out. It's like, he's strong where I'm weak. I'm pretty strong, but I do have my weaknesses. One would be tarot. Isn't that funny though? It's like his only thing he does. Realistically, yeah. But he can be initiated. All the shit I do, I can teach him, and he can run all of these little fucking spiritual retreats himself. And I can retreat and stay where I need to be. That's the cool thing about the Empress to the Emperor. He takes all the action. You can have all the action, and he's all about all that action fucking taking. He just doesn't have all the tools to be. And I put these cards away. I was like, no way, no way. I'm the high priestess, obviously. Being with me makes him the magician. Realistically, yeah, I am gonna make any man powerful by being with me, because if my creative abilities, and it determines on his ability to take action on such things, and that's the power of the emperor to the empress. Yeah, but he kept trying to emperor me, so I kept emperoring him, and then that's how it works. So in order for this to balance out, we actually both need to be in our empress energy, really, because it's a match of energy. Ooh. That's my new thing. Really? Yeah. So that's where it is. I'm not trying to come into union with Marshall. We're cool. I'm not trying to come into union with Russ. I'm not trying to come into union with anybody else. This is my current my mindset is I'm trying to focus myself to where I can see this guy in a good view, instead of being clouded by all kinds of other bullshit like chapstick and you don't want to know. Moving on. Let's see. The Two of Cups can also be a card of emotional healing when the wounds of the past can be released and inner conflicts are resolved. And I did a great fucking breakthrough earlier, and that's probably why I just poured my heart out and crawled back in bed. So I've come to pour my feelings out, and I'm going back to bed now. Really, it was a good one. Realistically, yeah, I really did. And it's growth. Really? Yeah. The reverse Two of Cups suggests a broken or unequal relationship with a lover, friend, or business partner. There may be quarrels, affairs, divorces, and breakups indicated. One party may seek to control the other and could even be abusive. Ooh. Alternatively, the reverse card can suggest a lack of inner balance and harmony when you feel at odds with yourself and what to do. I don't know. I can't speak for anyone outside of myself, and that's why I kept it to myself. Really? I mean, I don't know where your pursuits are and what your heart's desires are that you're denying and blah, 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 what God's calling you to do. I know that this is what God's calling me to do, and I have to do the work to do what he says is the right thing to do. And realistically, I'm just making up excuses as to why we can't have a spiritual relationship. He needs me to initiate him, and by doing that, that allows me to go to the next level myself. Really? Yeah. It's not like I want to use you to make myself better, because that's the equal give and take to this. I've learned this quite humbly. Bitch, be humble. Really? Took a long time. If you would, both of us are King of Wands and think ourselves better than the other. You're beneath me. We've done this for a while. Me and Russ like to play these games. It's kind of fun for a little while, but I'm always winning. How are you doing on that end? Do you feel like you're still above me in some sense? The only thing above me is God. Not even Jesus is in my way. Get out the way, Jesus. I need to blow some steam. Hey, you want to meet Jesus and my spirit guides? See, he doesn't have that. He wants what I have. And what do I want from him? I don't know. I guess the basics, dude. We're going to keep it to a spiritual friendship that could start. I always see him as this sexual being, and that gets a little scary. Like, Hades chambers. He's all rubbing the bed, and no, don't go rub yourself. Till the Lilith sees him, and she goes crazy and starts ripping his pants off. And I'm over there looking up at him like, what am I doing? Fucking Pac, do it better. The whole fucking universe is watching you. Show him how much you love him. This isn't funny. Really, I mean, do you want to see them? And I already said that. What are you going to do when you wake up one day and you see them? You can't unsee them. You can't unsee that either. Every guy wants to see that. Just messing around. Really, I mean, I have it in me to love the shit out of somebody. I'd just be having my reserves. I'll be staying on the reservation on this one. I'm about, nope. Anyways, sorry, I'm having too much fun. What is it? I told you, it's that. It's all in my head. What's in my head? Trauma. I'm traumatized. We talked about that we've been talking about my trauma for 3 years. I'm traumatized. Here comes this guy. Bro, you look like every bit of my trauma about to fucking awaken inside of me. The Eight of Swords is a funny story. Can I tell you this funny ass story? I used to laugh at this bitch until I realized I was her, and then it really became funny. This could be, wait a minute. I think they're talking to me. I think this is me. Oh God, I'm this dumb bitch. I have gone through every one of these cards. I don't know how to read tarot like him. I know how to take the ride. I don't know what he's talking about with all that love shit. And I don't deal with love. I'm anti-love. He wants to tell you all about your love life. I want to tell you to get a life. Get away from that. That's bad for you. You would never go to Lilith for love advice. Lilith doesn't love. I mean, love to love you all, but I don't love that guy. That's me for eternity denying that I loved Adam. No, I don't love him. Talking about Lucifer. No, I don't love him. Solomon. No, I don't love him. No, I don't love these people. I was made to love. Anyways, let me tell you this funny story about this stupid bitch. Really? This is me. This could be you. This could be your fucking daughter. That's what my daughter said. She's like, I don't know what it feels like to be cheated on. I was like, oh, thank God. I hope that never happens to you. Really? All right. So this is us in our journey, and you discover me and my bullshits. All right. The fool discovers a damsel in distress, bound and blindfolded, surrounded by a rings of swords, alone in a barren landscape under a threatening sky. She seems to be lost and powerless, though, sorry, this stupid fucking story makes me laugh every time. Though no one is actually around preventing her to leave. What is that? That was me, dude, in fucking R. Kelly's meat locker, sitting at the edge of the bed for years, never just leaving. Why didn't you leave him? What the fuck is wrong with you? The door is open. Walk out the door. Leave the fucking hell that you've created. Leave. Leave. I look back at myself. I'm so, oh, God, what were you doing? Why were you just sitting there suffering? Leave. Sorry, let me rewind this. Though no one is actually around preventing her to leave. What's happening here, he asks. I'm Sita, replies the woman. I was kidnapped from my husband Rama by the king Ravana. He made admirous advances towards me, but I resisted because I am a virtuous woman. After a while, my husband sent the god Hanuman to find me. I refused to leave and just gave him my jewelry and asked him to give it to Rama. But why didn't you leave with him? The fool asked. Oh, I was waiting for my husband to rescue me, obviously. He did and won the famous battle against Ravana. I take it from your present situation that the story didn't have a happy ending? Well, my husband doubted that I had been faithful to him, and he made me walk across fire to prove my chastity, which I did. Did he walk across the fire to prove that he had been faithful to you? Of course not. What a stupid question. Sadly, the people did not believe in my purity, and Rama sent me away. All right, let's stop right there. What happened? This dude, which we'll say Hades for this matter, I was kidnapped from my husband Rama by Hades. He made advances towards me, but I resisted because I'm a virtuous woman. After a while, my husband sent a god to come find me, and I refused to leave and just gave him my jewelry and asked to give it to him. That's the question where I would question your fidelity at that point. Why isn't she coming home? So then he has to come and fight. I want my wife back. Then he gets back with this bitch. He's like, hey, bro, were you fucking him? You were fucking him, huh? That's why you didn't want to come home, huh? You were fucking that motherfucker, huh? You were fucking him, weren't you? Right? This is what happens. Let's bring this little story up to 2026 in your fucking living room, right? This is what happens. He went and got him. He's like, give me my bitch, bro. I want my bitch. That's my bitch, bro. So he wins his bitch back. Then he's sitting there with his bitch and he's like, you fucked him, didn't you? You fucked him. You fucked him. Everybody thinks you fucked him too. You're making me look like a fucking clown. Why didn't you fucking come home? You were fucking that guy, weren't you? Why didn't she come home? So I just want to bring you up to this story. This is crazy, right? Seriously. You ever been talked to like that? Oh, God. All right, of course not. Anyways, she's like, all right, well, then walk across the fire to prove that you didn't do it. The fuck does that have to prove? Meaning you're going to walk on eggshells for the rest of your fucking time to prove that you're fucking loyal. Show me you're fucking loyal. Bitch, you're going to show me your fucking loyalty. Did he walk across fire to prove that he had been faithful to you? In that sense, he's like, my bitch is gone. I'm fucking all these bitches. Realistically, no, he was probably fucking them while she was there. They lived in separate rooms. This is a different time. Really? Oh, these bastards. Of course not. What a stupid question. Sadly, the people did not believe in my purity, and Rama sent me away. He said, you know what? Get the fuck out of my house. Get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my life. Even though she was pregnant. A hermit took her in and gave birth to her twin sons in the hermitage, though the other holy men told him, I must be impure or otherwise my husband wouldn't have abandoned me. So then they bring her into a fucking priesthood and they're like, nah, bro, where's her husband? Where's her husband, bro? Why did he kick her out? And that's because they were property. If you didn't stick your husband, dude, you were not touchable by other men. It was uncleanliness. You were his and nobody else. He had purchased you at a young age. You're his. So here, hey, you. So here I am asking to be rescued from an unjust world. Why don't you rescue yourself? Don't be silly. I have to wait for my husband to do it for me. Shaking his head, the fool wanders on. Now, let's go into this. First off, I'm that fool that's asking these questions. And why? And what? And who? And you're doing what? And so she's right there, and she's like, my life has fell apart, and this is what happened, and now I'm still waiting for my husband to realize he was wrong and come get me. It's kind of twin flamish if you think about it. They're always projecting, oh, you know, they've come to their senses and they realize they made a mistake. They may have disposed of you. They rejected you. They went for someone else and they realized the error in their ways, and now they're going to come back to you. So, with that being said, it's like, this is a stupid ass story. Realistically, yeah, it's a story of victimhood. It's a story of self-sacrifice. It's a story of bullshit, realistically. And, you know, that's where the Persephone is, you know, the woe is me on page 33. Life circumstances. And you're just like, well, you know, my dad abandoned me. My baby mama cheated on me. Now I owe all this fucking child support and blah, blah, blah. Is that you, baby daddy? No, just kidding. I mean, you're just blaming it on everything and you don't want to get up out of your circumstance is the name of this card. Realistically, and that's kind of what it is you use these excuses of situations to keep you down. Well, you know, I don't have my life together right now. I don't have a job. Things aren't really going well. This isn't the right time. You know, you just hold yourself down with nothing more than your own beliefs. The Eight of Swords is a card of bondage and constraint, whether the cause is an illness, disability, dead-end job, troubled relationship, or financial circumstances. You may be feeling lonely and isolated. The dilemma is self-created. And that's it. I look back at myself. Why didn't I leave a bad situation? I didn't see my way out. That's all that is. I don't know why. And then sometimes you have to become very desperate before you actually find a way to make your life better. Things have to get worse before they get better in most circumstances, I suppose. I mean, I had lost everything. I gave up everything to go live with him. I gave up my apartment in San Diego. I was actually running from everything, I suppose, at that time. If I put on full truth and honesty, my mom had died. I no longer wanted, I pulled myself out of college. I no longer wanted to be a manager. I was lost. And here it comes this golden ticket to the East Coast. And he's like, I have a house. He could take on all the responsibility and I could finally let it go. So I thought. And then I got there and I had lost everything. And I was like, it was just, I don't know. I was like, maybe I'm not working hard enough. I got to try harder to make this work because I don't have anything to go back to. But it never worked and it got worse to where I had to go back and start something new. I had to start over. It was better to start over than to stay where I was. The dilemma is self-created as the restrictions lie in your own mind. It is bondage. And it was that movie. It was literally, this Surviving R. Kelly. These girls talked about just living in there. The doors weren't locked. They had plenty of opportunity to just walk out of this man's life. But it was literally it's something in your head, bro. And for me, it was the constitution of marriage. I had to make this work for my children. So when Bobby says that type of shit, bro, it just takes me to the weirdest fucked up place. Because he's willing to go through whatever he goes through. And he's probably playing victim to the bullshit. And that's what I said is you do this, dude. This is your cry for help to get women to love you. Because they feel for you. Because they're, you know what I mean? It's unattractive. It's unattractive, bro. It's unattractive that you're weak to this situation called your marriage. It's unattractive as much as it was to me for me to be in a relationship with a fucking weak man acting like I couldn't do nothing about it. It's unattractive. And I'm going to say that as kind as I can because I'm dealing with my own, not yours. It is bondage of your own fears and self-limitations that need to be banished. And that's it. You think you can't escape, but you can. I had no way out. My mom was dead. I have no friends. I have no family. I had no idea how I would ever get out of this. I would literally just sit on the edge of the bed crying to my dead mother to help me. What happened? I went into my first domestic violence shelter. I got some money from the local churches and my father, and I got out of the East Coast, and I went to the West Coast where I bounced around with my family until I got some tax money. I came back to Colorado to start my shit. But by that time, enough time had went, he was there waiting for me. This shit went on for years. Why? Mentality. A mentality. I'm not really sure, bro. The kids. I'd do it for the kids. Always, bro. Really? He would manipulate it too. I don't know. There's these baby daddies. I don't know if all of them do it, but there's a few of them that'll do it. That'll use your kids to get in your house, to get in your face, to get in your business. They're like, oh, I want to see the kids. And then they don't want to see the kids. They want to sit up underneath you and they want to ask you questions and they want to get all in your life and in your business and in your phone and in your fucking refrigerator. And they're slowly working their way into your fucking bedroom, bro, until they've depleted you of everything. And then they're going to go take off and be like, all right, it was cool. Laters. The last time he did that to me was on my daughter's birthday. He wienered her his way in because it's her birthday. I fucking paid. I picked the bitch up and I paid for them to go roller skating. My daughter remembers him going in the bathroom and doing drugs the whole fucking time. So last time I paid, I allowed that. But I'm not going to lie, I even did it again. On my way to Oklahoma, I said, we're coming to Oklahoma if you'd like to see your kids. So when it came again, he tried to pull the card again on me last year, I think it was. We're in Oklahoma, and it's his birthday. It's his birthday. He's like 30 some shit, and he wants to come down and spend it with his family. Whatever, fucking loser. Fucking loser. He doesn't talk to him the whole time. We've been there for months. It has nothing to do with this family, or this family's not telling me nothing. Anyways, he wants to come and see his dad, and he wants me to bring the kids. I'm like, fuck. I'll do it. I'm going to do it if they say it, dude. I do the right thing. I always have. I always have done the right thing. And I turn to my kids and I ask them, do you want to see him? And they finally say no. And I'm free. And I say no. But he goes fucking crazy. Starts threatening me and saying he's going to go fucking tell the kids I have a room for them and I'm coming for my kids. Blah, 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 blah. Really? Oh, man. I want to do this again. Talk about psycho baby daddies, bro. It's psycho. I don't even blame him as an individual. I blame myself for fucking loving a person like this. Oh. And then God's like, if I didn't love him, nobody would. His mom doesn't love him. His sisters doesn't love him. Nobody fucking loves this guy. That's what's all fucked up about him. Realistically. And then you try to create a family with him and it reminds him of all his just like me, as I'm triggered here, it reminds him of all his fucking inner child trauma of what happened in all those houses. His mom, dude, she's a fucking loony bin, bro. She taped him up as a child and would throw him in closets and shit. She did unbelievable torture to him. She left him with babysitters that raped him. He did not have a good childhood, and I had all of this understanding about his sickness, and I kept using his sickness as a coping mechanism to why he was being so violent with me. He was just violent. Really? He was just violent, bro. He even did that to his own family, though. He was violent. And that's because he had all of this built up shit and he was always trying to fucking drown his thoughts. He was trying to drown those memories of, you know what I mean? His sister fucking molesting him, his fucking babysitters, his mom tying him up, his dad fucking abandoning him, all these terrible things, bro. You want to talk about baby daddy number one, who was abandoned by his mom and lived in the fucking streets and was a drug dealer and nobody loved him? Nobody cared for him? Nobody, nothing? Now let's go into these fucking great twin flames that have the similar stories. Nobody fucking loves Kanye, bro. Nobody gives a shit about fucking Russ. We have long forgotten Marshall Mathers. These are terribly wounded warriors. Like myself. The only difference between them and me is I didn't know my past. I didn't know I was wounded. I didn't know what I went through. I had this magical fucking gift of never remembering what happened to me until just now. And it comes whenever it wants. They had to live like this. And I have all compassion for their weird fucking behaviors because in these moments when it comes to my surface, I act a fucking fool. And you've been having to keep this at the surface of your life for years. And no wonder you're acting a fool fucking... Dude, when fucking Justin Bieber and we found out what was going on, no wonder. What the fuck did you guys do to him, bro? What did you do to Justin Bieber, bro? What the fuck is wrong with you? Nobody loved him, bro. They used him. They abused him. They neglected him. Just like all of us, dude. What the fuck happened to Cardi B? What the fuck happened to all of us, bro? We're real-ass fucking people. Really? Yeah. Really fucking traumatizing. But anyways, going back to this, R. Kelly's meat locker and shit. I locked myself in there. I'm trying not to lock myself into these places with these broken men that have these tendencies that are going to hurt me. They're hurt. Marshall Mathers has done nothing but talk about his physical violence towards, his domestic violence. I'm a domestic violence survivor, and I want to go love this guy that beats his wife. That's lovely, don't you think? That's lovely. No, he's not going to hit me. The way you talk, he's not going to hit you? Realistically, did you say something about his daughter? I was just testing the water. You don't want to fuck with shit. Just kidding. I can make jokes out of it. Why? Because if I don't, I'll just spend my life crying about it. Anyways, you don't think you can escape, but you can. You think you don't have options, but you do. If you think of yourself as a victim, you hand over the power to others and allow yourself to be controlled by their rules. Take responsibility for yourself. Use the positive power of swords to think your way through the situation. Really? And I'm seeing this. That's how I had to do it before. I had to leave him while he was at work. Really? Yep. I had to pack up my fucking pregnant ass and leave him while he was at work. I had to abandon my car. I took a bus. I did all this shit to fucking get away from him. There he was, right after I had my daughter. I think I got like 2 weeks away from this bastard. Seriously, he came right fucking back. God damn it. What a waste. Really? I mean, who let him in? Can't blame nobody but myself. Why did you keep doing that? The idea of family. The idea that somehow I could make this work. I could heal him and we could have a good relationship for our children. At that time, we only had one. Mentally ill, I suppose. What's my true mental illness? Trying to love somebody. Shut up. I don't want to hear that song. That's my mom's favorite song. All right, verse meaning. Reverse. You have been through a difficult period, but are beginning to see your way through. You can gain temporary relief from your problems by distancing yourself from them. This will enable you to gain a better perspective on what faces you, which is not as bad as you fear. Don't be afraid to ask for help from friends or professionals. This is where the whole fucking beat breaks down, right? We don't get to choose who we fall in love with. I didn't fully choose to fall in love with them. And it wasn't even the type of love that I have for, my twin flames, but it was enough to be so subjugating. Why? That's karma, bitch. That's karma, bitch. Really? I'm Lilith. I wouldn't submit to a man. Right? So then, my next life, dude, I'm going to be submitting to men that are really going to be torturous. Really? Yeah. I'm going to have to face every one of my fears. I'm going to have to feel what it felt like to be an Eve, to be a woman forced into submission of a man. I have to become that which I fucking despised. And that's where the reverence come from. The fucking Cinderella shoe on the other foot. Really? Oh, yeah, bitches. Really? You can't choose who you love, so who did this? Who makes you fall in love? Who rules love? Is it you? Is it a free will thing? Can you choose to love who you want? Absolutely not. It's God, dude. God does this. Fucking hate you, God. Realistically, no. That the whole force of love is not. It's a God force that cannot be controlled. I told you that. I don't play around with that shit. You learn to direct it when you're filled with it, and it's the most powerful force, and that's why I'm so abundant, is because I've taken my negativity and turned it into positivity, which is in essence love for myself, my situation, my people of, I just have lots of love, so I can channel that love stronger than any kind of hate I had for myself, for God, for people, for man. That it's the strongest gift. That's why all the archangels are the most powerful, because they use nothing but love and light. Darkness flees. That's what that means, bro. Really? Yeah. So I try to teach you that. It's like, it's on the journey. I thought myself to be my most powerful self is my most powerful self in the dark. I'm the most powerful being in the dark, created by God. He is making me the most powerful being in the light. But he's not disregarding my darkness. It's the balance of the yin and the yang. I am the most powerful thing in the dark. There's nothing of the dark that's going to get me. Really? No. There's nothing. Lucifer, what the fuck do you created this great kingdom of hell, but who's the goddess of hell? The empress of hell, meaning there would be an emperor, a ruler of hell, and his wife. Do you think his wife is in harm of anybody in hell, as she is the wife, the queen of hell? Long live the motherfucking queen. Has there ever been another queen of hell? No. I rule the darkness. Realistically, yeah, so that's why your darkness don't mean shit. Oh, you want to be dark and ugly? Bro, I've seen ugly since the ugly was ever created. I'm the ugliest thing there ever was. Really? Shall I burst into my Medusa? God did some beauty wonders there. Wonder why I call you bitch. Anyway, sorry, going back to it, all these past lives and shit. Love is it. You have to work through your darkness to find the light. But once you can harness it, and which I try to show you all the time, that's what makes our body, that's what was happening to be. You're being filled with love and light, and your body can't actually even hold that. That's etherical. That's the shit that's God shit. That's the God force. Really? Love. All you need is love. Love. Hate's not going to get you anywhere. Really? Nope. Nope and nope. So going back to this, let's go back to this. Distancing yourself. You will enable yourself to gain a better perspective on what you face, which may not be as bad as you fear. Don't be afraid to ask for help from friends and professionals. So anyways, it's like three's a charm, I suppose is what they say. It's fucking Prince Charming my ass. It was karma. It's just that. Really? I experienced what women of all time experienced. Keep in mind, I've never been a woman. I've always been a goddess. This is the first time I've ever been a woman, like just a basic bitch. Really? Yeah, but in my trials through being a basic bitch, I reclaim my fucking goddess status. Really? I wasn't going to be a goddess being anything of this world. I just had to learn that. Does that make sense to you? Probably not. For example, Marshall thinks he's a god because he's the rap god. That makes you a god amongst men. That means that you're praised by men. This isn't about men. Men flee. They're gonna praise anything of the flesh. Really? You want to be praised, you want to be a god amongst gods. That's what that means. And in order to do that, you have to walk with the gods. Really? Yeah. So as far as your limiting beliefs, this is what it is. You're like, this is my life and I can't get out of my life because of all of these reasons. It's your life, and you have to break yourself free of your life and the circumstances that have been put on you. Again, she was, you know what I mean? Things happen. You have to let that not be, your excuse or your hinder, but your reasoning. And that's what I just told B. B is done. She's busy. She is a busy bee. And it's like, she's like, I can't just sit there thinking about shit. I got to keep my mind off of shit. I was like, that's exactly how it works. I was like, interesting enough, when we're mad, we get busy. And that's what it is. We get shit done. Let me get mad, bro. Piss me off and watch how much work I get done. What'd she do? Violently clean her room like a good bitch does? Fucking God. You made us just house bitches. This sucks ass. Realistically, I never been no house bitch in my life. Really? No. I'm a bad bitch. We never did this no stupid shit. My last life. I'll be a basic bitch on my last life. Basically, we'll do that in the last life. You're gonna have a lot of work to do. Whatever. I got it. Every basic bitch can do this, right? It's just a basic life. Go around and love a man and have some kids. Basically, I got this. Until I get here and realize what the men are like. This isn't as easy as I thought it would be. Is it you or me? It's totally me. I wasn't meant for this world. Anyways, we'll just basically get through this bitch. That's how that works. And where does that end up with? Well, not the magician. A Four of Swords, which was me. I was locked down. Fucked up and fucking locked down, which is better than Three of Swords, if you think. Really? Yep. I am peace, he says. I am the Romans call me Pax, and the Greek, I don't know. I am the daughter of law and the sisters of justice and order, for I cannot exist without them. I am the great blessing of mankind, the ease of sorrow, and those who embrace my gifts live in harmony and kindness, will be free from suffering, for truly peace of mind creates happiness. Those who cast my blessings those who cast away my blessings and pursue conflict and envy will always lead lives of bitterness and despair. Really, you're just looking for peace, bro. What the fuck do you want? So tomorrow's big thing, what are they fighting for? What are they standing up for? Peace. They're standing up for, I'm not really sure. There was a logo to it. Is it police brutality? Is it injustice? It's some sort of injustice. So are they going to do this peacefully? Or are they going to, you know what I mean? Or is this going to become a violent situation? Really? Well, we can go back to the peaceful demonstrations of George Floyd that happened in Minnesota, that started in Minnesota, that spread across the world during COVID. And in most places other than America, there was peaceful protests. But all across America, it went on for days. People didn't know how to go home, and they decided to start rioting and started taking it far and acting all crazy. And then everybody was sharing their pictures of, look what the police did to me. You mean the SWAT team that had to come out because you guys wouldn't get off the fucking streets? Like, people had to go to work the next day. You wouldn't, make this peaceful. You had to, make it, an aggressive protest. No, you're gonna do what we say. That's not what a protest is, bro. So what are they asking you to do? To peacefully not spend any money in America tomorrow. To peacefully not be part of American structure tomorrow. They're asking you not to go to school, not to go to work, and not to make any purchases in America. To peacefully signify to our government that united we stand against the injustice that ICE is showing. This is supposed to be a peaceful protest, which is going to hurt the pockets of the government and not the people of our country. That's what they're aiming to do. This is very intelligent. This is very organized. Can you spend your money today and not tomorrow? Can you buy what you need today and not tomorrow? Just one day. We let them feel it in their pockets one day, which is the government. We show them what we can do, not the people. We don't go running out and trying to take down fucking Republicans or ICE people or protesters. We don't do that. This is how you do that peacefully. Can you refrain from spending money and being part of the matrix for one day as a signification that we stand united about this bullshit? We want to make, we want to make some noise. I don't like it. This is my son. Am I going to school tomorrow? My daughter texts me all day today, showing me all the flyers throughout school. And meanwhile, he's trying to get me to pick up. Dude, my son is texting me all day to come pick him up from school because he don't feel well. I can't get out of the bed. My daughter's like, we're protesting. We're protesting. I'm seeing it all over Facebook and all of this. And I'm like, in order for me to do that, you're asking me to do this, but I can do this. But can you stop pushing me? And that's what I said. You're pushing me. You're pushing me. You're pushing me. Don't push me to be part of something. If I want to be part of it, I'll be part of it. Really? Yeah. And you're pushing me too. I have not made a decision whether or not you're going to school or not. Why? Because I have to make that difficult decision every week. It might be closed because of the lack of teachers. Maybe there's a high participation rate. Really? They're making it a thing. Do you want to be part of this thing? Or you're not going to be part of the thing? What is it asking you for? Some self-discipline, some support for, people that are trying to, stand up to injustice in a peaceful way. They're asking you not to go to work. You're like, bitch, I got to go to work. Okay, but what if you get there and everybody else didn't go to work? And you're the only person out there that decided that you were more desperate for your money than other people. And that's what this is. People are taking a pay cut. They're taking out their pockets on this one. If people don't go to work, they could face judgment. But under the circumstance, that just depends. Are you going to fire me because I was trying to, to stand united with my country? And that might make you think you need a new career too. Secondly, what if you're the asshole that goes in there as I'm trying to do the right thing and everybody has actually decided this is the right thing to do is not go to work? This is that moment where you need to make a personal choice for yourself and not based on what you think, morally or what your pocket determines, but what your heart says. I think they should have gave us more time to make this decision. Can I call a friend? Just kidding. What would Jesus do? End of the conversation. All right. So anyways, you have had a traumatic time, but this card indicates a period of calm. Step back, during which you should recharge your physical and mental strength and reassess your priorities before returning to the fray. Whether this card relates to an illness, a work stress, quarrels, or relationship breakdowns, you need this breathing space. Don't try to fill it with any activity or any important decisions at this time. This card also comes as a warning that should not be ignored. And that's what hit me today. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't do anything. I needed to just recharge. Even at this moment, if I want to participate in tomorrow's, charade, I have to, I'll have to go to the store tonight. And I'm like, I'm not feeling it. But in order to do that, I have to make sacrifices. Go and get the things that we need. I usually buy a pack of cigarettes every day. Might as well, you know what I mean? I need to get some shit and just do what we need to do and bunker down for one day. Can you shut off the world for one day in honor to what's going on in your country? Can you give me a cup of coffee and I'll get up and go to fucking Walmart? Realistically, it's not that difficult. Not for me. I don't have a job. I did. I was supposed to, go pack and move my stuff, but that's another thing too. In order to participate in this, I'm not going to the wash house either. You're using this as an excuse. Maybe this could be good for me. It could be good for you. It's a forced inclusion. So this could be today or this could be for you tomorrow. To stand up for something that is right and use that day to, bond with your family and shit. Why didn't we go to school today? Well, because our country is at war with our government and we want to make a stand. And then who shows up? The government officials that are against the understanding that our country is not united in this, that they're drawing lines. The Four of Swords reverse indicates an enforced seclusion rather than voluntary. And that's what happened to me. I just couldn't get up. I took a shower. My hair's all bushy and beautiful. I brushed my teeth and put on clean clothes. Then I took them off and I put on my pajamas and go back. This may be an exclusion from a social group you were once part of, the end of a relationship, an illness, or even imprisonment. And that's what I was trying to figure out is like, it hit me hard. I've never, ever told my kids to defend for themselves like that this morning. I'm like, you're on your own. I'm not going out in the world today. I'm not. And of course, all day he's trying to get me. He's curled up in his bed. I feel bad, dude. I really feel bad if he did feel bad and I didn't get him out of school. But that's, I already told him. And my daughter too, she was like calling me and I'm like, I don't care about any of this. I don't feel well right now. She's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Say, I know you're very patriotic, Joan of Arc, and you want to fight this battle. And that's it. I'll give you some money and you go do the shopping. Do you have a fake ID? Can any of your friends buy me cigarettes? Just kidding. What? At your age, I used to buy fucking cigarros sueltos at fucking the little tienda for fucking 1 peso, 10 pesos. What is that? You could buy single cigarettes at the store. If you couldn't afford a whole pack, which was like a whole, $1.50, you could buy a single cigarette for 10 cents. Yeah. Great times. You could buy fucking, back then, dude, back then you could buy 3 fucking tacos for $1, bro. Yes, man, life was good. Which ones? You could get carne asada or adobada. My favorite was the adobada. But if that fucking shit, if that juice touched your fucking clothes, it was done. You had to trash it. Really? Oh man, it's delicious. So they don't make adobada here. They make it al pastor. That's a different part of Mexico. So they make this sweet pork, but they make it with pineapple. That's not the same shit as adobada from fucking Mexico. Avocados from Mexico. How funny, bro. You can't get carne asada fries out here either, or a California burrito. It's not the same, bro. It's not the same. You know what we got that you don't got though? You'll never get nothing like no fucking chili cheese fries. Fucking green chili. Oh fuck, bitch. You better bring a fucking tissue. That shit'll make you fucking sweat. All right, moving back to it. The Four of Swords. We're stuck. We're on timeout. Really, decisions to be made. And this, the High Priestess and the Magician just came out as the top of it. We're trying to come into union with ourselves. We're in a state of union, which probably means collectively. We're trying to come into, I don't know. You can see this as individual, where you're trying to come into union with yourself, with a person, with your family, with your government, with the church, with the community, with the whole fucking nation. It's individual. This is an individual choice, but we work as a collective in making this choice. Many people are going to choose to not participate in tomorrow's events. That doesn't matter. The people that don't choose to participate don't matter. All that matters are the people that do choose to participate. The people that choose to sacrifice a day's work or a day's schooling or a day's pay to show that we're going to sacrifice a day of ourselves to show our support against the injustice that's happening with this whole ICE movement. And I just want to go back, these bastards have been fucking, robbing and stealing Mexicans for hella long. And now they're on now that they're on this Venezuelan trip, they got even worse. And it was actually the Venezuelans that pushed it. Now, when you go to Mexico, bro, the Mexicans don't like the Venezuelans. They don't like the Cubans. They're kind of, Mexicans are very racist. Seriously? They seriously are, them bastards. You're serious? Well, I don't think the French like the Americans. When we're talking about racism, guys, come on. It's not limited to our country and black people. We're talking about you guys don't like whole countries of fucking people. You still got a problem with the fucking Nazis? It was fucking 70 years ago, bro. Are you gonna let that go? Are we still mad at the Jews for killing Jesus? And that's why you're burning them? Like, what is the deal here? Realistically, I'm just saying, bro, that these are individual choices that they're micro to the macro. When you go to wake up in the morning and you choose hate over fucking love, you're part of a huge crowd of haters and nobody gives a shit about the fucking haters. But when you choose love and you get out there and you spread love and you're a loving being, you're an elite squad of individuals that certain people rely on because they just don't got no love in their life. To be part of the loving community is to be part of something bigger than yourself. And there is a lot of darkness depending on your light, your ability to be kind, to be forgiving, to be sweet, to be, fuck, as I say all this, Mr. Plum, to be understanding, to be wise, to be a shoulder, to be a comfort. You know what I mean? Those are the true powers of this world. Really? Yeah. So I don't know. We all have choices to make, and that's what that is. But as far as, I told you straight up, I'm trying to come up into the idea of, a partnership of some kind with Wolfman, but I'm dealing with all of my broken partnerships from the past, which is all the shit of my mind. During this time, I'm sitting down. I'm not B. I can't get busy. I can't get busy with this shit. Really? No, I can't run from it. I'm laid out by it. Really? And that's what I said, the collective energy plus my own, and it's just transformative energy. It hits everyone different. And there's a full moon in Leo coming around the corner. And she'll be coming around the mountain. She's literally in the top of the sky right now. She's not full. It is the middle of the day and she won't go away. Really? No, I don't know where you are, but in Colorado, look up. She's right there. Do you see her? It's a little bit bigger than the third quarter moon, but it almost is a full moon. We're like right there. Really? Yeah, and as a witch, I start catching the full moon days before it happens, and it lasts for 3 days when it happens. And I'm just getting fucked up. Really? Yeah. Energetically. And that's internally. What is this doing? It's making me face my internal battles so that I can change my external world. Really, because realistically, nothing's happening outside. I mean, as they keep saying, ice is outside. They're at my door too, bro. I promise you. Yesterday morning, they were keeping everybody in because they were right at Target, which was my job, not too long ago, which is right there. They could see him from here in the parking lot. That's how close they are. Like, la migra's outside. You guys better stay inside. We can't stop them. We're just afraid because all we've seen on TV. We don't know what they really do until they get here. Nobody knows. So all we can do is protect these people that are our neighbors, that we service, that are our friends. We don't know. We've seen what they've done in other places. We don't know. Really? Yeah. So that's where it is. It's like I have to do something too. And that's what I was saying yesterday. It's like, what are they gonna do when I'm not sitting here using the force of God and my magical herbs and walking around this place doing banishment and spells and protection fucking layers over these people? You know what I mean? Who's gonna protect these people when I'm gone? It sounds like we're not. We're not leaving them. We're trying to, as a country, protect not just them, but our people in our country, regardless to their immigration status. We're trying to protect them from our own government. And that goes back to all the Republicans that voted for him and he took all their jobs. Californians that we wish were, that we thought were prestigious bastards, that their house burned to the ground and got washed into the ocean. You know what I mean? We cast judgment on people, and now those very people that we thought weren't worthy are really in need of our help. Us street people know how to teach them how to move through the streets and get them off the streets. Realistically, yeah, the streets are going to eat them up. The streets are going to eat these people up, bro. We need to get them off the streets. And that's why that's why organizations like the Black Panthers and certain organizations were made to get people away from the hate and into a movement of positivity when all this hate was happening to them. Really? They were here in the building like 2 days ago, and they were helping people get some kind of temporary work visas. They're allowed to be here in some sense, but they're not allowed to, there's something going on, and they have people that come in all the time that work with them, some kind of, that try to get them, the DMV literally comes here. We have a mobile DMV that comes here and gets IDs for people and stuff like that if you need to do that shit. We have all kinds of resources, but realistically, I don't know the legality of it, but they do. There was a woman, they came and hunted down her man. She had some beautiful children. I noticed this was a week ago, and she turned herself in so that they could deport her and the family because they had already took her husband. She stayed for a couple more weeks, and then she went and they gave her something. Trump did something. He was offering tickets like a couple weeks ago to them. He'd give them a ticket to fly home for free. And her and her whole family, I think it was like 5 or 6 kids. They were on the 5th floor. They flew home. It was like, it's better just to go home. Why wait to see how they're going to deport you when they'll give you a free ticket home? By that time, they already got her husband. They're taking them, bro. It sucks because they're really good people. I think they could have been good, members to the community. They're, taught them some, you know what I mean? They try to learn English. They're very hospitable. Their kids are nice and stuff. They have a little bit, they're, a little thing with the litter. And that's how they could look at us. People in China look at us as filthy human beings because we don't pick up our trash and shit like that. Something like that. It's on a mass level. So that's where that is. And the seclusion and, the Four of Swords, that's what I mean, is God's asking us to stay inside for their good cause. He's asking us not to participate in their world. And what it is the government is dependent on our participation. These are government officials that are paid by the taxes of every dollar we spend. Every dollar I go to spend today at Walmart, depending on where I'm at, they're going to take anywhere from, 10 to 14% of whatever I spend goes to pay for these bastards. So that's why they're asking us not to spend any money. So we hit them in their pocket. That's what it is. Now, keep in mind, though, all that government also pays for, it pays for our police. It pays for our fire, our firemen. It pays for our fucking ambulances and all of those, our medical responders. It pays for our streets. It pays for our schools. It pays for all of this shit. We're not literally hitting those bastards with their salary. We're showing what an impact to the fucking, to the bigger scale can be if we did this. And if we keep doing this, the government will crash. They're dependent on the people, but they're using their power over the people, and the people are rising because we know what they're taking from us, which is money. They need our money to be powerful. And that's why they want to, they accuse of these people of, taking, fucking up our economy, making money here and sending it to other countries. Bitch, you're doing that at a legislative you're seriously signing off fucking American money to all kinds of countries. They're sending it to families that you won't, that you won't let in. If the families were here, then the whole family would contribute to here. So fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. They could only afford one passport. They could only afford one passport in. They couldn't bring the whole family, bro. And the whole point was this so they could make good money. In essence, they would love to have their families living here, but they can't afford that. So they're trying to, at least provide for their families in the shithole they're stuck in. They're not living rich where they're at. They're just living a little bit better. Without a father, without an uncle, without family. Their family is here working with no more intention than to send money back to them. They're literally living in shambles so that they're just that, sacrificing themselves so their families can have a better life. Working jobs, you know what I mean? Slave working, 17 hours a fucking day, 7 days a week. You're mad at them because they're not putting their whole paycheck into your fucking, your consumerism. They're not spending it at the malls. You're mad at them for such stupid shit. Realistically, that's what they're mad about. And that's why we're trying to not spend money here and show them. That's what it was about when it happened all those years ago. And who did it? Rosa Parks. One black woman. Where is she at in this? I'm going to die if she's the Leo. Why? Because we have a full moon in Leo. Give me a second. It's in my Black Moon Lilith. We talk about her. I don't know which one, though. Give me a second. Really? I don't know. It's got to be one of 12. It won't take me too long to find her. Billie Holiday, Marie Antoinette, Aretha Franklin. Let's see. Princess Diana. Marilyn Monroe is the Leo. Marilyn! No wonder she's right there. That makes sense. Oh, this gets to dare. I remember. I remember your energy. It gets deadly around Leo season. The Leo soap opera. It all makes sense now. All right, where's this one? Virgo, Paris Jackson, Lilith and Libra, which is Whitney Houston, Scorpio, Johnny Depp, Britney Spears is Sagittarius, Madam CJ Walker was Capricorn, Aquarius. Yup, listen. Rosa Parks, a notable Black Moon Lilith in Aquarius, was arrested after she refused to give up her bus seat to a white man in 1955, sparking the Montgomery bus boycott and fueling the civil rights movement. On page 22. Black Moon Lilith in Aquarius can also experience feelings of being the black sheep early in your life. In your ancestry or childhood, the natal desire for liberation from the collective could be shunned. You march to the beat of your own drum, even when it may be disliked or feared by others. It's about accepting yourself, quirks and all. Once you have done this, those who appreciate you will find your message incredibly healing and uplifting. It's funny, I stopped right there. It's like just a few weeks ago, they tried to throw me out for discrimination. That bitch lost her job. I want to point out, all of them are gone. They tried to accuse me of such atrocities. No, I hate people, not specific people. I hate people's behaviors. I don't limit it to races. Really? I was accused of such things. They tried to fucking throw me out. That girl said that she said she hates all of them and they need to go back to their own country. I said that and everybody knew I wouldn't say such a thing. And now here I am. It's like, I'm not trying to, where the fuck are you, bitch? Looking for a new job with that hate crime energy, lying on people. They knew she lied, bro. She made up a whole lie, and so did the rest of them that backed up that lie. They came to serve me discharge papers. I would never say such a fucking thing. You're going to take their word over mine? Realistically, karma is a motherfucker, bro, and it is my best friend. But going back to this, that's what I was thinking about. You know, it's like I was accused of just this, of racism, of shit like that. Don't get me wrong, bro. My mom she was a bit of a bigot. I don't know if she was racist, but she would say some very inappropriate comments. My dad is a fucking straight up fucking Argentinian Venezuelan, and he is a total, Guatemalan Venezuelan, and he's a total fucking Trump supporting racist. My father. The shit he posts all day. I mean, he's like me, but patriotic. All kinds of shit, bro. Right now, he's saying you got what you deserved, and fuck you, and he stands for ICE. We are not the fucking same, you piece of shit. Thank God you weren't in my life to keep pushing those beliefs on me, fucking punk ass. He is literally, I'm going to post it. I'm going to show you. It's disgusting. He is persecuting his own blood in the name of patriotism. He wasn't even born in this country. But let's go back to Trump. Where the fuck are you from? And you have the right to persecute other races? This is my father, bro. He literally hates Mexicans and blacks and Puerto Ricans and fucking Chinese and everybody. He's a white supremacist in his skin. This motherfucker is so fucking delusional. He doesn't even know the skin he wears. He has no respect for it. I'm going to post his post. I'll expose my father. You can see what a hideous person he is. Hideous, bro. He hated his country. He despised it. And that's really what it is, you know what I mean? After you got away from Britain, you were like, fuck the Brits. Fuck England. Fuck Europe. Fuck them. I'm never going back. I guess. And now here they are to haunt your countries. They're all over your towns. They're in front of you. And you're like, you're a Trump supporter. And he's so that guy. I can't even believe it. And you're like, that's your father? Only biologically. I have his dimples.
I have dimples.
I mean, I kind of look like the bastard. That's about it. I'm nothing like that bastard. Realistically, you're like, that's your mother? I mean, fuck. And then you got you guys that are so proud of your fathers and mothers, and you want to be their fucking prize-winning child. Get away from me. Hey, as I see this, I see Lewis's white mom getting it on with his black dad. That's a cool story. They broke the rules over there. They were breaking rules. They were breaking beds. That's what my spirit said. Hey, look at what they made. Those are some not good-looking parents. They made a beauty out of Lewis. Look at that black beauty. Holy shit. Go look at... Did she have pictures that she was sexy? Was he sexy? How did they make such a sexy beast? Jesus. beast mode. They were having bestiality sex. Wait a minute, let me do the math here. You were born as a Capricorn, so you could have been born a little bit. You weren't created like a Sagittarius or a Scorpio. We're created under February energy, that fucking loving, lusty energy. Really? Do the math. So you were made what? You were made springtime. You were a springtime energy. Really? The goat. That makes sense. Really? Yeah. I know too much about this bullshit. Anyways, I'm just trying to show that two ugly people can come together and make a beautiful fucking being of God. He is a beautiful being, isn't he, though? I'm not saying your brothers and sisters aren't so beautiful. I'm just saying they were breaking rules to make beautiful babies. I don't know. I'm just saying that. You couldn't have got away with that in our day out here. It wouldn't have been so easily done. Really? Easy does it. Interracial love and shit like that. You can't break rules. You can't break this. You can't do that. You can't do that. Hey, Allie. I can't even be Allie's friend. Realistically, for all different reasons. Especially culturally and spiritually. Really? I mean, if I told him, what if I told you that I love you, Allie? Maybe when he grows up one day, we can be friends. Realistically, when he turns against his country and his religion and his politics, he's not supposed to be hanging out with Christian women. He's Islamic. Really? And let alone a witch. I don't even know if that's worse than being Christian. And I'm white. And I drive and I have power and I smoke cigarettes and I eat pork. Pork and beans. Weenies and beanies. Everything about me is just sacrilegious to his fucking upbringing. And that's the same with fucking Sir Lewis Hamilton, the something, the Knight of Armor. Hey, bro, I know I offend your very being, but I promise you can have some fun down here. You ever been to the dirty before? Really, you gotta break the rules. Really, God's breaking our ass, and He wants you to stay in and fight and do all this that I already did. Really, and then we'll see what else He wants us to do. Right now, I gotta go and do the right thing, which is what? I'm going to go and spend some money so I don't spend money tomorrow. Really? And that means the kids are going to be here all day. That's why I was like, oh, God.
Oh, you're going to take us out of school?
I mean, I got to do the right thing, right? It's the right thing to do. I feel like I can get away with it. It's not like it shouldn't be a battle. But that means you're going to be all up in my face. That means I got to feed you all day and entertain you all day.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
We had to rewatch the same makeout scene in Juliet and Romeo for the movie to analyze it. It was so weird. They kept like 3 times in 3 different.
It could be worse if you were watching teenagers suck face with their tongues.
Dude, there was a scene like that.
Yeah, I don't watch that. This is
watched
some
the
awkward
play,
porn.
and it was some weird Mexican
Public displays of affection. Hey Russ, let me see you kiss your girl and make it look like not one of those weird ones that of a child kissing their mother. You guys like do this weird thing. You guys look like you're like that aunt that kisses you on the lips. All right, I got enough energy to go fight the demons of Walmart. What are we buying? What are we doing here? I'm gonna go, guys. I'll catch you guys later for something. The teachings of Buddha are still at my table. I haven't took them off. We were supposed to talk about causation. Because what's the cause of this? What's going to be the effect of you setting yourself free? I don't know. I mean, only good things can happen from it. You're not really stuck. It's a mindset. And that's where I'm like, you have a fucked up mindset. And I have all compassion. It's like, why do you have so much? Why are you so kind? Because I was them. Or I was you. And I was you. And I was you. I was all kinds of fucking crazy and stupid. Really? Crazy, stupid love. I was all kinds of every mistake you think you're making. I did it better or worse, depending on how it is. So I sit here on my highest throne and I'm like, you can get out of it. And I'm like telling you, and then you don't want to do it. And I'm like, well, just sit there and die then. Realistically, she's just going to sit there dying until she realizes nobody's coming. One day she'll take the blindfold off, untie herself, and go fucking do something with her fucking life. She's going to get hungry eventually, something. A lightning bolt, something's going to scare her to get the fuck up and do something with her life. Really? Mm-hmm. The lightning bolt is called what, God? The tower. Do they have those pictures in every room? Apparently. Apparently, they don't want you to forget the Twin Towers. And I wondered, too, if I got in this room and I would have the tower. Yeah, the towers are always there. Reminder, 9/11. Are you still mad about that? They were trying to do what they thought was right. Somebody told them this was the right thing to do. I don't think so. Well, that's how dumb it is. What did your mom tell you was the right thing to do? Didn't she tell you not to do this, not to do that? Do whatever you think is right, but do what's right by God. Really? Yeah. As far as the comments, I don't really know. Hi. Goodbye. I love you. Love and light, mofos. Love and light. Really? Yeah, we're going to leave now. Laters, haters.